Picture this. You're 75 years old. Your children have their own lives in different cities. Your spouse has passed away. Your phone hasn't rung in 3 days. You look around your quiet apartment, and for the first time, you truly feel alone. But here's what most people don't know. Some of the happiest, most mentally sharp seniors in the world live alone. And today, I'm going to show you their secret. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I share practical wisdom for living your best life at any age. Here's a reality check. According to recent studies, over 35% of adults over 65 live alone in developed countries, and that number is growing. Whether you've lost a partner, your children have moved away, or you simply chose independence, living alone in your golden years is becoming the new normal. But solitude doesn't have to mean loneliness, and loneliness doesn't have to mean decline. Today, we're diving into 4 scientifically backed strategies that can transform your solo senior years into the most fulfilling chapter of your life. Strategy number 1, create a non-negotiable daily structure. Listen. When you don't have a job to go to, kids to raise, or a partner to coordinate with, days can blur together into a formless fog, and that's dangerous. Dr. Laura Carstensen, founding director of the Stanford Center on Longevity, discovered something fascinating. Seniors who maintain structured daily routines show 40% less cognitive decline over 10 years compared to those with unstructured days. But here's the key. Your structure can't be boring. It needs to be meaningful to you. Let me give you an example. Meet Robert, an 82-year-old widower from Portland. After his wife died, he fell into depression. His days had no purpose. Then he created what he calls his 5 anchors. 6:30 a.m., coffee and journaling on his porch. 9 a.m., 2-mile walk in the local park. 11 a.m., reading time at the library or a cafe. 2 p.m., hobby time. He builds model ships. 6 p.m., video call with one friend or family member. Notice what he didn't do? He didn't fill every minute. He created anchors, fixed points that give his day shape and meaning. Between these anchors, he has freedom, but those anchors, they're non-negotiable. Your turn. Choose 3 to 5 daily anchors. They should involve getting out of bed, getting out of the house, and connecting with something meaningful. Write them down. Tomorrow morning, you start. Strategy number 2, become a strategic social architect. Here's the hard truth. Your old social circle is shrinking. Friends are dying. Mobility decreases. That's just reality. But here's what successful solo seniors do differently. They don't wait for social connection to happen. They architect it. A landmark study from Brigham Young University found that loneliness has the same health impact as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But quality matters more than quantity. One deep friendship is more valuable than a dozen shallow acquaintances. So how do you build quality connections when you're older and alone? First, leverage your interests. Join groups where people share your passions. Love gardening? Join a community garden. Love books? Join a book club. The activity gives you something to talk about, removing the pressure of forced conversation. Second, become useful. Volunteer, mentor, teach. When you contribute value to others, you become indispensable. You're not just someone people tolerate, you're someone they need. Third, embrace technology without shame. Yes, Zoom and FaceTime aren't the same as in-person connection, but they're infinitely better than isolation. Learn how to use them. Let me tell you about Margaret, 79, who lives alone in rural Montana. Her nearest family is 800 miles away. She joined an online watercolor painting class and now has weekly video sessions with 7 other seniors across the country. They paint together, share their work, critique each other, and have become genuine friends. She told me, "I speak to my painting friends more than I ever spoke to my neighbors." Your action step. This week, commit to one new social connection. Just one. Sign up for a class, volunteer at a food bank, call that old friend you've been thinking about. Start building your new social architecture. Strategy number 3. Protect your mental fitness like your life depends on it. Because it does. Here's what scares me. Many seniors accept mental decline is inevitable. "I'm just getting old," they say as they forget names, struggle with decisions, and lose their mental sharpness. But groundbreaking research from the Rush University Medical Center shows that cognitive activity can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's by up to 48%. Your brain is plastic. It can grow new connections, even in your 80s and 90s. But you have to challenge it. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you stop using it, it atrophies. If you use it the same way every day, it plateaus. You need progressive overload, new challenges that force growth. Here's your mental fitness toolkit. First, learn something completely new. Not something related to what you already know, something foreign. Learn a language. Take up painting. Study astronomy. The unfamiliarity creates new neural pathways. Second, embrace strategic struggle. Do puzzles, play chess, solve problems. The research is clear. It's not the success that builds your brain, it's the struggle. Third, read deeply, not broadly. One thoughtful book is worth 10 shallow articles. When you're alone, reading becomes both mental exercise and companionship. Fourth, write. Journal. Write letters. Write your memoir. Writing organizes thought in ways that nothing else can. I want to tell you about James, 86, who taught himself Python programming at age 81, not because he needed to, because he wanted to challenge himself. 5 years later, he's built apps for his grandchildren, and his memory is sharper than people 30 years younger. You don't need to become a programmer, but you do need to find your challenge. Your assignment: choose one new learning project this month, something that makes you a beginner again, something that frustrates you a little. That frustration is your brain growing. Strategy number 4. Master the art of solitude. This is the most counterintuitive strategy, but it might be the most important. Most people spend their whole lives avoiding being alone with themselves, and then suddenly in old age, they're forced into it, and it terrifies them. But there's a profound difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness is the painful feeling that you're isolated against your will. Solitude is the peaceful state of being alone by choice, with yourself as worthy company. Philosophers and monks have known this for millennia. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationship with yourself. So, how do you transform loneliness into solitude? First, create rituals that honor your alone time. Light a candle with dinner. Set a beautiful table for yourself. Dress well even when no one's watching. These acts tell your subconscious, "I am worth caring for." Second, practice gratitude intentionally. When you're alone, negative thoughts multiply. Combat this with a daily gratitude practice. Write down 3 specific things you're grateful for. The specificity is crucial. Third, embrace spirituality or philosophy. This isn't about religion, it's about connecting to something larger than yourself. Whether it's nature, art, meditation, or prayer, find a practice that reminds you you're part of something bigger. Fourth, curate your environment. Your space is your companion when you live alone. Make it beautiful, make it comfortable. Surround yourself with things that bring you joy. Listen to Dorothy, 81, who lost her husband of 58 years. She told me, "The first year was hell. The silence was crushing. But then I realized I'd spent 6 decades being someone's wife, someone's mother. I'd never just been Dorothy. Now I'm discovering who she is, and I like her." That's mastery of solitude. Your final action: create one daily ritual that honors your solitude. Maybe it's morning meditation. Maybe it's an evening cup of tea with music. Whatever it is, make it sacred. Let me bring this all together. Growing old alone isn't a tragedy, it's a reality for millions, and it can be a beautiful chapter if you approach it with intention. Remember the 4 strategies. 1. Create a non-negotiable daily structure with meaningful anchors. 2. Become a strategic social architect, quality over quantity. 3. Protect your mental fitness with continuous learning and challenge. 4. Master the art of solitude by building a strong relationship with yourself. Here's the truth that nobody tells you. You're going to die. We all are. And when you're on your deathbed, you won't regret the parties you missed or the people who forgot you. You'll only regret the life you didn't live because you were too afraid of being alone. So start today. Choose one strategy, take one action, build one anchor. Your golden years can be golden, not despite your solitude, but because you learned to transform it into strength. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more practical wisdom on living well at every age. And in the comments, tell me, which of these 4 strategies will you implement first? Thank you for watching. Remember, you're never alone when you're in good company with yourself. I'll see you in the next one.